have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Cleveland Cavaliers come in for this one. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's the Warriors to start out. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here's Thompson outside for Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And he hits the jumper for 2. Curry's got the opening field goal of the game for the Warriors.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors show just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
Curry against Irving. Teardrop shot. No good. Great D that time from Green. Well, the Warriors did zip the ball around very well last year, Clark. They led the league, as Greg was just talking about, led the league in assists per game. It wasn't even close. Over 27 assists per game as a team.
Yeah, 28 times they had 30 or more assists. In 2014, the team that led in that category was the Spurs. They did it only 16 times.
Wide open look for Love. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way. And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
The Cavaliers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Now, here is Irving. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Irving drives in, and that one's good.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Green kicks to Curry. The dish to Bogut. Pass to Thompson with the shot. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Their backcourt is phenomenal, Kevin. Absolutely phenomenal. That's why they've been given the green light every time they touch the ball.
Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
Here's Curry. Soft touch off the glass. Curry's got 6.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Irving against Curry. Look from Love. It's hauled in by Bogut.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
Smith against Curry. On the wing, Thompson. 6 to shoot. Curry dishes to Barnes from downtown. No good from Bogut.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
And here is Curry after J.R. Smith getting his three to go. Thompson for three. Offensive rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Now it's sent it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
All right, Doris.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Thompson outside. Fader on the way. And the shot.
The defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Here's Barnes to the inside. Trying to find Curry. He's got it now. Outside, Green. Back to Curry. Shoots. It's rebounded by Cleveland. 36 seconds left to play in the first. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Curry. And it's good.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Warriors leading by 3. 20 seconds left to play here in the first. That's good. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Irving against Curry. Irving kicks to James. And that does it for the first quarter. The Warriors on top.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your...
And the first quarter is in the books. Second. About ready to get underway. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. He was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Iguodala out there with Maurice Spates. Then there's Barbosa. Then there's Festus Ezeli. And it's Livingston in at the point guard position. That's the Warriors 5. Fry, good.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
The Warriors lead it. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, mean, you're talking about a very, very valuable play.
Good point. Shumpert, no good. Golden State's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Got a piece of it. Here's Spates. The shot is off. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Here's Fry. And the rejection by Ezeli. James against Iguodala. Here's Dellavedova. And the rejection by Ezeli. Iguodala, that's a two-pointer. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping
following the score by Cleveland. Spates the pass to Barbosa. And here's Iguodala outside. Mozgov grabs the board. Cavaliers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Warriors have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Here's Livingston, and it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member of himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah,
Right.
He probably just drone on as a broadcaster and rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. Here is Livingston following the basket by LeBron James. Thompson dishes to Bogut. Livingston kicks to Bogut. Golden State moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Unloads. And again, no good by Golden State. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Dellavedova now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
The Warriors shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. Smith checked in for LeBron. And Irving subbed in for Shumpert.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Over in the corner, Livingston. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Now, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence Clark his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
Curry's checked in for Sean Livingston. And that one's good, Irving.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Bogut kicks to Barnes. He's looking for Bogut and finds him. Lets it fly from 18. And Irving pulls it down.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Love, yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And now a 3-point Cleveland lead.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Now here's Green. And the Warriors miss again. Smith kicks to Irving. From 13. Nice D from Bogut.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
But they get it back. Out to Thompson. The feed to Bogut. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. .36 seconds left in the first half. Dellavedova, the pass to Irving. No one near him. Smith with a wide open look. Sinks the triple. Smith's got 8 points.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Down low, here's Green, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
.20 seconds left in the first half. Love right side. Back to Irving. Down low, here's Thompson, and it's sent back by Bogut, and they'll keep possession. Now here's Curry. Gets it off. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
Yeah, the replay center in Secaucus is providing the officials with the necessary footage to make the call. We're seeing what they're seeing with the best possible angles.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And, Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but you always want...
And the first half comes...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They never got too far behind as their largest deficit in the period was 8. They played with more purpose in the second quarter and fought to turn an early deficit into a 3-point lead by the time we reached the break. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, it's tough to play on the road, and they overcame that. They were mentally and physically prepared for this game, but it hasn't been easy. They faced some intense play from a team on its home turf, but these guys didn't cave in. In fact, they fought back with some intensity of their own, successfully, in front of a very hostile crowd.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Their three-point shooting in the first half was atrocious. Ugh, ugly, awful, nasty. It's not that they're just missing shots. It's like they just keep taking the shots. Hold on, Ernie. Hey, you! Whatever your number is, stop shooting the three. See, Ernie, that's all the coach got to do. Tell them stop shooting the three. Pass, cut, work together.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
It's been a solid outing for Curry. He has 9 points and a steal.
And we really just need to take a second to appreciate the all-around effort he's put out there today.
Well, the numbers paint the picture, and he has been what we call in my vernacular, you know where I'm going here, guys, stat sheet stuffer supreme.
Oh, supreme. So that takes it to a whole another level when you get supreme in terms of your stats.
And Kellogg's, right? Kellogg's. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the center position. Warriors trail by 6.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning. A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
LeBron, no luck. The Warriors shooting 43% from the floor. Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Warriors trail by 7. Pass to Barnes. And the rejection by James. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. A different look now for Cleveland. Fry comes in for Thompson. And it's Shumpert in there for J.R. Smith. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. To the inside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Irving with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Irving dishes to Fry. They set the pick. Shot off the screen. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
That is good. And it's 8 points for Draymond Green.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. But a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
LeBron with the bucket.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots. You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Love outside. Shot clock at 5. The pass to Irving. That falls. Great assist by Love. And it's a 12-point Cavalier lead. Cavs didn't start the season as a team built around the 3, but they would end it that way.
Yeah, and after the trade for Smith and Shumpert, it changed their dynamic. All of a sudden, they can do a lot of damage from beyond the arc.
Curry against Irving. Curry's shot is off. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Deflects the pass. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And, you know, for the Cavs, they ended up in the top 5 and made threes per game. But they actually led the NBA and made threes per game after the trade.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
And last season, the Cavs would shatter all sorts of franchise records in the 3 department. Makes sense to have that many shooters on your roster when LeBron opens up so much in terms of floor space. 1 made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
It's Curry outside. Another miss by Curry.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
LeBron with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Mozgov kicks to Fry. Up and in on the layup. Fry's got 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Dellavedova, the pass to Fry. Off target from three-point range.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Green. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Smith comes in for James. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. He kicks it to Dellavedova. Picked by Mozgov. Off the pick. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
And Thompson throws it down.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
Again, the miss by Smith. Kicks to Iguodala. Off his foot, and the official saying it was kicked. "17 seconds left to play here in the third." That's good.
Leandro Barbosa, 3 points.
Smith kicks to Mozgov. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's now 6 points for Timofey Mozgov. Passes it to Ezeli. 2 on the clock. No luck. And as we conclude, welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Warriors trail by 20. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Barnes in at the 3 spot.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself to put.
And not just a big, big foul.
You know, Kevin, you can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
Nobody near Irving. Connects from 3-point range. And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Cavaliers?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Curry kicks to Bogut. And again, no good by Golden State.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Thompson against Irving. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Smith with it, fires from deep. Irving can't get it to go. Green kicks to Bogut, stolen by Thompson. James up top, covered by Barnes. Feeds to Irving, back to James. Cleveland moving the ball around. Smith with it, Barnes. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the fast break chance, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here's Curry. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Here's the screen. The shot by Williams, no good. Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. A platoon swap here for Cleveland. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Dishes it to Dellavedova. Thompson, a screen on Curry. Dellavedova, the pass.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Love. And it's Iman Shumpert in for Smith.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 13-4 run right now. James outside. The screen from Thompson. There's the dish to Shumpert. Thompson, a screen on Curry. And it's Shumpert penetrating. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Cleveland.
Clark, the bench, gave him a big lift in this game.
Yeah, you always like to see that, Kevin, when your reserves can perform and help you pull out a win.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Kyrie Irving. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Here's LeBron. Shot is no good, and Golden State will go the other way with it. It's Curry outside. The shot is off.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And it's the Cavaliers to start out. A look at Cleveland's starting group. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Irving. from about 19 feet. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Kyrie Irving, an explosive scorer. We all know that. His rate of assists continually dropping over his NBA career. And Greg, does he need to be more of a pure point guard?
You know, he does have the advantage of playing with LeBron James, one of the best playmakers in the league. It's a good fit, I think, at this stage of his career, because right now they need him to score the basketball while he continues to improve his point guard skills.
Wallace with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Kept alive. Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Now here's Barnes, following the miss by Kevin Love. That misses off the backboard. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Smith drives in. It's hauled in by Bogut.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they're bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Now, here's Bogut after LeBron James's miss. Thompson dishes to Barnes. It's taken away by Smith. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Irving kicks to Love. Thompson sets the pick for Love. The drive by Thompson, so they take the lead.
And those midseason trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot. Gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
LeBron against Thompson. Love with a wide open look. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they play best midseason. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
Outside for Curry. Sinks the three-pointer. Curry's got 5 points so far.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him. And
dishes to Shumpert. There's 1:26 left in the first quarter. 5 to shoot. He kicks to Dellavedova. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Dellavedova's got his first basket. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Bron. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
Now here's Curry. He's got 5.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And here we go. The pull-up. Draymond Green pulls it in. The Warriors have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Here's Barnes, and there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor.
First personal foul, team's first.
29 seconds left in the first. Barbosa kicks to Iguodala. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
LeBron against Iguodala. Spates with the block. For 3, Barbosa, and he gets it to go. Barbosa's got his first 3 points of the game. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding to me.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
They've got Festus Ezeli. Livingston is out there at Barbosa. Then there's Maurice Spates, and it's Iguodala in at the small forward position. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Channing Frye. The Warriors leading.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
The Cavaliers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Dellavedova, the pass to Irving. It's a pick by Love. Goes up at the stripe. The rebound by Ezeli.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever. But also of note, it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Barbosa dishes to Iguodala. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a three-point play.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Ezeli. Draymond Green comes in for Maurice Spates. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And Steph Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Curry kicks to Bogut. Thompson left side. And here's Iguodala outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Curry with him. He's picked up by Irving. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got his third bucket of the night.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Love with the screen on Curry. And it's Dellavedova missing. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Deflects the pass. Irving with the steal. Here's Dellavedova. And it's Love, top of the key. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 5th assist in this one. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And so it's Cleveland with it after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. They double him with Green. Here's Love. And it's off the back rim. No good.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Shot's good. And that's now 9 points for Steph Curry. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
So close.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas. And, guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. LeBron's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Shumpert in there for Matthew Dellavedova. 1:43 left in the first half of basketball. Irving with the ball. Now Green defending. Mozgov. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots were
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really,
good try.
In a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. It's Curry outside. The Cavaliers pull it in.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
It's chipped, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Fires it up. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul, team's third.
The Warriors have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Curry against Irving. Curry gets the bucket. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Irving kicks to James. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
James outside. And again, LeBron missing.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one.
Hi, Kevin.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
A good quarter for Curry. He's got 11 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's gotten today have been just electric.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the center, locking down the middle.
Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
Some people think LeBron's athleticism, Clark, has declined over the last few years. He might be the first to admit it. He still looks terrific, though.
Well, he's, that's a natural progression for any player,
Sure.
even if you are LeBron. But he's still an elite athlete by NBA standards.
To the paint. Bogut kicks to Iguodala. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
You know, sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
Cavaliers leading.
And remember the quote from LeBron on the subject. Obviously, I'm not the 18-year-old kid that I was before, but I can still do the things I need to be successful.
It's Curry with the drive. Green passes to Bogut, kicks it to Curry. Tries again, and that one's good. Curry's got 13. And Clark, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion. He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems... You know, LeBron was just so far ahead of everyone in the league when he was young. I mean, even a LeBron who has lost a step is more athletic than 95% of our league.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
The Cavaliers trailing. It's a pick by Love. Dellavedova dishes to Love. Love with the screen for LeBron. To the paint, here's Thompson.
Green with the block.
And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Thompson kicks to Love. Here's Dellavedova, guarded by Curry. With some arc. Here's Thompson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there. Just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team. Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Here's Dellavedova. In the corner, it's James for the 3, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Pass to Bogut. Fires the 3. No good. And Cleveland will come the other way. James kicks to Love. Smith with a wide open look. Wide open shot is on the money. And now it's a 4-point Cleveland lead. Down low. And Green slams it in.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And the Cavaliers call time here.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
A different look now for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Iman Shumpert in for J.R. Smith. Here's Dellavedova, guarded by Curry. Launches it. Thompson with the rebound. The Warriors trail. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through LeBron. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And there's the feed to Curry. Down low, Iguodala kicks to Curry. Bogut with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Back to Bogut. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter. Picked by Mozgov. Dellavedova, the pass to Mozgov. Comes up empty down low.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Irving's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. Curry dishes to Thompson. Golden State moving it around. The 3. And it's Thompson again missing. Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And he gets it to go. And the Cavaliers lead by 1. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
I'm looking over there at Greg. He's enjoying every second of it, Mark.
He is.
Listen, the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter. And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
The Warriors shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And Iguodala drops them both. 29 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. There's the pick. Here's Irving. And here's Fry from the arc. The second chance effort and the rejection by Iguodala. Ozgov with the steal. James. And the miss. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. The Warriors on top, leading by just one. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Cavaliers trailing. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And Golden State looking at who they've got. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. And it's Iguodala in at the small forward.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Outside Irving. James kicks to Irving. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists tonight.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here. Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Thompson against Irving. Passes it to Thompson. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assist.
Different look here for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Green. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. A switch here also for Cleveland. Dellavedova's checked in.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. That's good.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Iguodala's drive. Good D by Thompson.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Barbosa passes to Iguodala. Feeds it to Livingston. He dishes it to Ezeli. Inside. Kicks it out to Barbosa. There's the pass to Spates. Golden State moving it around. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Love. Here's LeBron. That's in there. Love with the assist. Now it's a 6-point Cavalier lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That's his first foul.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost plus 15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was saying to his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Great open look there. And that's 17 points for LeBron.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Ezeli gets the bucket. And here are the Cavaliers now. 4-point game. Smith dishes to James. Love with the screen on Barbosa. James kicks to Love. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Throwing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The first one. Both free throws good from Kevin Love.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
It's Curry outside, and he gets it to go. Curry's got 20 points.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out. Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
And so here's Cleveland. 3-point lead. Here's Love. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
That ties the game. 23 points for Steph Curry.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Irving's checked in. .146 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Smith. Got a hand on it. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. .141 left in the fourth quarter. The drive by James. Here's Smith. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Cavaliers lead by 2. Curry. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
He's about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, I see no birds up there.
No.
Cavaliers have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. And that one's good, Irving.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Golden State's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Curry passes to Green. It's money from deep.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Cavaliers have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Pass to Smith. Love with the screen for Smith. Buries it. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Curry against Irving. Out to Thompson. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by Thompson. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep. Well, they're having major trouble dealing with LeBron.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's Curry outside. Yes! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Well, I tell you what, Steph Curry, somebody lit a fire under him.
Timeout called, Cleveland. Here's James, out to Smith. He feeds it to Irving. The dish to LeBron. It's off. Time expires. Well, if you love great competition and neck-to-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. So Golden State will get the first possession. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the 3 slot.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Love outside. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 10 points for Kevin Love.
And this has really been a well-played game up to this point. And you know what? I bet it stays that way until the end.
I certainly hope so. I mean, it's been a terrific contest, and there's nothing like a pair of teams just balling out the way they have been.
Misses from close range.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Cleveland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. And it's James missing.